Watch him drown.
Dear sir or madam, we must kindly, albeit strongly, urge you to keep your voices down during the night. Your marital problems, while regrettable, are a private matter and should remain that way. They are certainly of no concern to us, and especially our children. Please, consider that not everyone is a freelance artist. Some of us have to get up early and work for a living. We need our sleep. We must also warn you that if things continue the way they are now, we will be forced to call the police.
My home is my castle. Locked inside, I am safe.
I'm sorry for yesterday. You were right. I overreacted. It's just that this isn't about me. It's about her. Everything I do with her best interest in mind. I guess I've always believed that in an imperfect world, it's worth it to strive for perfection. Now I'm starting to sound like my father. I will work on my temper, though. Promise. We'll talk later. I hated it. I felt as if it wasn't my hand that wrote the letter.
in an unexpected experimental streak in his usually conservative endeavors, Thomas Caldwell hosted an extraordinary exhibition opening in his gallery. Quote, "This is a great day for me and my wife," said in the opening speech. Quote, "For us, this is not only an exhibition, this is how we want to live our life. Music accompanies my paintings just as she will accompany me in the future." It is rumored that after the exhibition, some kind of arrangement was set between Caldwell and
The thought alone that the most beautiful piece of art have a responsibility. Finish it! Linen will do. Anyone can paint on a linen canvas. I am not anyone. First, I looked for a canvas.
Figured you'd be up all night, so I made you a little treat. You know, I bet even Rembrandt occasionally took time off from being brilliant and snored his head off like the rest of us common folk. I know! In other words, get some sleep, you big dummy. No, this is private.
I had the most beautiful dream last night. I dreamt he came to me, embraced me, loved me, as he once did. But
No, this is private.
First, I looked for a canvas. Not just any canvas. I had to find a knife. Not one of those bread ones. It needed to be as sharp as a razor. So I used a razor, in fact, and then carefully flayed the skin. Booze helped keep my hand steady.
Prosthesis snap.
How can two people who once loved each other so fully, so profoundly, drift so far apart? My husband...
Moths, drawn to the fire between them. No matter if the flame was desire, despair, or hate.
I hereby resign from service as maid and house.
I can't stand seeing you like this. You're not well. You were sweating and shaking all night, and now there you are locked in your workshop as usual. This whole tortured artist nonsense has got to stop. You keep the fire in your office just to stop me, don't you? You hate me that much?
It's not like I'm some drunkard. I know how to handle my liquor.
Don't push me away.
Suddenly, everything I find relaxing is a fire hazard. All I asked for was an edible meal. Or at least one that had any taste at all. This is my house. You can't keep locking me in. You're so afraid of fire. How can you cut off the means of escape? Defy death. Defy entropy. Defy the flames. Finish it!
Here are the calculations you asked for. You need to also include the cost of lamps for every room.
I don't care how much it costs. She's afraid of fire. We will have electricity, and that is that.
Let's talk about the symbolic aspects of your work.
I'd rather not.
Why is that?
A symbolism is a word that gets thrown around a lot, usually when people don't really know what to make of you. The worst question you could possibly ask me is, what did you mean by that? If it was that simple, I wouldn't have painted it. I would have just told you. Of course, we can talk in general about themes that have always inspired me. Duality, conflict. I think that all art revolves around some sort of struggle. Whether or not we're able to see it, of course, is an entirely different matter. The life of painting, the soul. I need it. I need it to be perfect, striking, vibrant life. Life, fire! Why did you stop? That tune was perfect. Honey, please, just a little longer. At least until I finish painting this one part. Oh, don't make me beg.
Here are the...
been a while. It took me 6 months to be able to hold a pen again. 6 long and painful months. But I finally did it. It still hurts, but the pain is just bearable enough for me to jot down a few lines. Oh, the things we take for granted. Wow, that's deep. I think I better rest some more before I put ancient philosophers to shame.
Lice, mice, bald, bloody spots, hair, not mine. Where are the scissors?
You always wanted to have a huge garden. Green calmed your nerves, you said. I always loved painting blood.
Is this the right door for you?
Canvas crawlers, massive pulsating fur.
No excuses, no accidents, no weakness. Just fire from the depths of your soul. Finish it! I need to fight the darkness. come to that. But here we are. I will protect myself. Since my last letter, things only got worse. Yesterday, a stool broke underneath me. My cup stuck to a kitchen table. We need new servants. But these people are so lazy. It's like nobody wants to work anymore. We can have electricity in the bedroom and in the piano room. Apart from that, if you don't want to be around fire, just don't go near it. Why can't you understand? I'm working in here! I swear if I'm interrupted one more time... I thought it would be harder. It should be. The only thing that could make her...
I needed to remove the flesh from the bone. Honey, what in the world are you doing? First, I looked for a canvas.
Their life started to fall apart. Everything he touched turned to rot.
I needed to remove the flesh from the bone.
I thought it would be harder. It should be harder. Bones shouldn't break so easily. Look, honey, it's your favorite. Come, sit with me, like in the old times. I will get you, you furry leeches. Get out of my house. Solid undercoat. A primer that will hold it all together so it doesn't rot. The world is breaking around us.
leave me.
While I can certainly understand that you are upset, and I have nothing but sympathy for your wife and yourself, I must categorically state that I do not wish to receive any further correspondence from you in this matter. Any skin graft procedure is extremely complicated and inherently associated with the risk of failure. Having stated that, I assure you that me and my colleagues at St. Anne have made every effort to ensure a positive outcome for your wife. Personally speaking, I believe we have done the best job possible considering the extent of tissue damage. You are, of course, entitled to your opinion, and I can certainly understand your disappointment. What I do not understand is how you seem to think writing hateful letters to me or my fellow doctors will ameliorate the situation. As I've already stated, I can certainly understand you've been under a lot of stress as of late, and thus I will not press charges if you refrain from any further correspondence. Let me make it absolutely clear that I will not tolerate any further threats aimed at my staff, my family, or myself. If you wish to seek psychological help, I can have my assistant provide contact information for several specialists who would be more than competent to help you get through these hard times.
Some paintings defy simple words, let alone critique. A basic knowledge of the subject is an absolute must if one is to even try taming them. Babyface is one such painting. This art anomaly draws tens of thousands of mediocrity enthusiasts and Sunday abstraction aficionados. In reality, it looks like a result of a week-long art marathon of a not very well-adjusted painter locked in a dark basement. Leaving aside the horrible execution, the painting excels in a hideous,